Hey y'all, so I just felt compelled to make a video about what most of us have already found out about, which is the unfortunate demise of Charlie Kirk. And I'm going to try to keep my thoughts as succinct and short as possible. However, there are so many things going through my head right now, and that's kind of why I wanted to talk about it. But before I continue, I just want to say that I'm not the hugest Charlie Kirk fan. Obviously, I'm aware of him. I've seen his videos. I've probably liked some of his videos at some point. But the reason I say that I'm not the hugest Charlie Kirk fan is just because I know that this is social media, and I know that there's going to be idiots out there that are like, "Oh, you're only making this video because you're a stan of Charlie Kirk, and you're just trying to glaze him or whatever." But it's like that's not the case. Just because somebody makes a video standing up for something or someone who was wrongfully wronged doesn't automatically mean that you have to be a fan of theirs. But unfortunately, I did see the up close video of what happened to Charlie Kirk, and my immediate thought was that a human cannot survive what happened to him in such a gruesome fashion. And it was shocking. And also, I don't think I should be shocked, but I still kind of am. The amount of people that are celebrating Kirk's demise on social media. And I'm not trying to come off as the most morally superior person. I don't always have sympathy or empathy for others. There's probably people that I heavily dislike that if they got a flat tire and were late to work, I'd probably smile. However, just because I may politically disagree with somebody doesn't mean that I would be happy that another human being went to take that person's life. Um, However, there's a certain group from a political persuasion on the internet that are celebrating his demise. And, I know this is social media. I know this is 2025. I know this is modern times. And in a way, we shouldn't be shocked at a lot of things. But at the same time, it's like, it's crazy to think that we've gotten to this point in society. And I'm specifically talking about like American society where, people are celebrating somebody's gruesome demise only because you disagreed with them politically, you know? And at a minimum, these people that are celebrating someone else's demise that they politically disagree with, at a minimum, they should be fired from their jobs. They should be held to the same consequences that they hold us up to, you know? And although I'm not like a religious person myself, I consider myself an agnostic atheist. I really do feel like there is some type of evil that has infiltrated the United States specifically. And I don't know if irony is the word, but Charlie went and talked at these college campuses where it seems like a lot of this ideology, I guess I'll say, is being birthed or at a minimum being pushed into the minds of young people to essentially hate this great country that we live in. And it's like this is what he was going around to several campuses speaking about, and it was his unfortunate demise that this all happened that way. You know what I mean? It's incredibly sad um, in so many ways. Obviously, Charlie had a family, but at the same, and he also was speaking up about how these types of people think only to be taken out by one of these types of people. You know what I mean? So it's just worrisome that there's this type of ideology, I guess, or something that is like infiltrating these young minds and making them hate this country and making them hate the values of this country. And yes, I'm totally aware. As a Native American person myself, I totally understand that there are atrocities that happened in the course of U.S. history and its founding towards, people. Like, I understand that. However, we're living in different times and we should be more civil, like I'm totally for saying the F word and, all of that stuff. Like, I still think that's civil, but like celebrating somebody's demise that you politically disagree with in such a gruesome way, that's not really civil in my mind. And again, I'm not the most morally superior person, believe me. But it's just such a weird feeling. It's such a sad feeling that we've come to where we are currently. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's plenty of people that I dislike, or maybe as far as say I hate, but like ending somebody's life is not the answer. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just honestly just feel kind of icky today. Um, you know, after this happened, and it's just such a weird time that we're living in, I guess is what I'll say. But I'm gonna stop it here because I probably could ramble and I don't want to. But yeah, I'm gonna stop it there. It's just incredibly sad the times that we're living in, and I feel so bad for Charlie's wife and his kids and family and stuff like that. So yeah.